A minibus service used by more than 60,000 people across the West Midlands is under threat because of cuts to transport budget. Centro, which funds the ring and ride service, is having to cut budgets by 10%, a total of £14 million over the next 2 years. Well, our reporter Bob Hockenhull joins us now from Snow Hill Station in Birmingham. Now tell us more about what's being proposed, Bob.
Well, Nick, Centro gets its money from 7 local authorities and they're going to cut the money they give. So what might happen? Well, there's a number of options on the table. It's possible that child fares may rise to 2/3 of adult fares. At the moment, they're half. Another thing that might happen is that some bus services could be cut, and also the ring and ride service could lose its grant substantially or even have to disappear. And I've been talking to a few people who aren't happy about that. For the elderly and the disabled, the fleet of 150 ring and ride minibuses is a lifeline. Take 86-year-old Tom Richards from Birmingham. Unsteady on his feet, he says he wouldn't be able to do his shopping without the service.
Well, I think it's a shame because I can't get about like I used to, and it's a bloody good service.
Other regular users who pay 60 pence per journey say ring and ride is much more than a means of getting from A to B.
A lot of people would be isolated if they didn't have ring and ride. It's their only means of seeing somebody once a week when they go shopping.
23,000 passengers use ring and ride on a regular basis across the West Midlands. If the service is discontinued, the worry is that others, such as hard-pressed care workers, will have to step in to help those affected. Passengers also use the service for hospital appointments and trips to daycare centres.
Their health, mental and physical health will deteriorate, which means the local authorities will have to intervene with more costly care packages and ultimately have to take people into residential care. And that's in nobody's best interests.
And it's not just pensioners who fear isolation if ring and ride is axed.
I can't use conventional transport because my chair's that big. It won't fit in a taxi or on a normal bus. So without the services of ring and ride, I'd be, as you say, lost.
Transport bosses say they're sympathetic, but warn these are the kind of tough decisions necessary when the money simply isn't there. Well, joining me now is Councillor John McNicholas, who is the chairman of the Passenger Transport Authority. Are you not targeting the vulnerable by going for the ring and ride service?
Absolutely not. As you indicated earlier, we are faced with an unprecedented cut to the budget because local authorities who fund us had those cuts to consider themselves. So they're asking us to investigate the possibility of a £14 million cut in our budget, which will have significant impact on all the services we provide.
Yes, you're also looking at cutting concessionary fares for 40,000 children. Again, an easy target. Are there not staff that you could cut first?
We've been looking at staff. In fact, there are proposals within this that indicate a further cut, effectively 45% cut in staff over the last 4 years. It really is a problem for us in terms of looking at where we deliver those services.
A lot of money being spent on the metro, an extension to the line. Could you not scale that back and fund this instead?
Well, that's funded through a different budget. That's capital. What we're looking at is the revenue budget that is fully funded by the local authorities themselves.
Councillor John McNicholas, thank you very much. Well, there is a consultation process and people who will be affected will be able to comment right up to the middle of January.
Did you fight to save this England? Did you stop the HS2? Did you fight to save this England? Did you stop the HS2? Did you fight